we can keep going ahead.
Yeah, we can keep moving up, and I don't know. I'm kind of
Alright.
feeling like doing a max out today.
Put some of that. I think Kevin can do this. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's going to be freaking hard for him.
It might be.
Oh, he's strong. He's strong.
No, I'm not going to lie, guys. I am impressed. Okay, I honestly didn't think that a guy his frame and size would do that much weight. If he freaking outdoes me, this video is not
None
getting
of this
posted.
stuff is coming out. Got it.
New PR.
Right.
I'm not super excited, but I am happy. I did go up, right? Holy shit! What the hell? Oh my god!
Fuck yeah.
Okay, guys, woo, we're going up.
Oh.
Bastard. All right, this wrist wrench. There's a video of Todd Hutchings arm wrestling Ryan Bowen. I believe they are in Australia at the time. And that's where I found this wrist wrench. There's actually a link in the bottom of it. I wanted to use the same wrist wrench they were using so I can see how I would compare to them. That particular day, I think Todd Hutchings max with this lift, I think it was 125, I believe. I see a lot of people do lifts on the internet, and I always wonder different machines, how they add up. Like, I see somebody say they did 150 pounds of side pressure. Not being a jerk, but I kind of feel like some of these lifts aren't accurate. Like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm the strongest guy in the world, but at this moment, I'm only doing 100 pounds, and there's a guy 70 pounds smaller than me freaking doing a 150 pound lift. I just have a hard time believing they're that strong, especially when I can beat them in arm wrestling as well. Another kind of funny thing about lifts that I've noticed, I'm not going to call any names, but one of them cracked me up. I just had to laugh at the video, okay? Is a guy was doing right here. The dude weighs 154. And he claimed to have 200 pounds on the lift, okay? Well, if he had 200 pounds on the lift and he weighs 154, he was doing a PR, he pulled it down. Let me tell you, Kevin, is it possible for you, without being mounted down,
Wouldn't you come off the ground?
come on, dude. If you weigh 154, people watching this video, and it's like grabbing the steel freaking bar, dude. Doesn't matter. It's more than you weigh, you will do pull-ups. So what I'm trying to say is the guy was not doing 250 pounds. It was probably 100 pounds. It was probably cut in half.
Double pulley.
Yes. So I don't want to call him out. I don't care if someone else can call him out. But that's what my point is. If you're doing a 200-pound lift and you're not mounted down, you're being picked off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, I modified this. This is a cast iron piece of steel to put on you. So I put dumbbells on there. It weighs about 10 pounds, okay? These weights, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, that's not true weight, guys. So right now I have on here 50 pounds. It's really 60 because of this. This is 30 pounds. You got to divide it in half. The pulley goes here, here, here. It's double pulleyed. The weight is cut in half. Why do they have the machine set up? Well, yeah, these probably weigh 20 pounds. But it's tricky because it's really freaking 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because you have two
false
poles.
advertisement.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Some people might not even know they're posting a video.
Mm-hmm.
Look how strong I am. Oh, buddy, that's half the weight.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I do here is, I don't really care about my elbow being planted. I actually think the elbow planted causes more elbow pain, okay? I watched Todd. I think he floats his elbow too.
Floats.
Yeah.
So as long as he's moving the weight.
Moving the weight. So what I do is I cup. I'm starting the pads here. I'm starting away from the pad. As long as I try to keep it in my shoulder, and then I come across and I touch the pad. On this particular Mac table, it's nice because this is down here, so I actually can use this pad. It's what Todd likes to talk about in arm wrestling. He said, doing a static hold is slowly letting yourself loose, okay? In arm wrestling, you know, maybe in practice we hold like this, but in a real match, you're just going right through, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you do a concentric, if I put 60 pounds out here and I'm touching this, I'm probably holding it with 70 pounds to keep it against my pad.
Right, because you have to keep maximum
Yes,
force
on
to be
that
able to
pad.
hold it on this pad.
Now, I watched a video of Devin recently, and he's only doing like, he works out like no one else because he wants to freaking have a job besides YouTube and work out.
Mm-hmm.
He'll do a random couple lifts all day long, but only does like 3 lifts. He said himself, Mr. Endurance, is it really endurance, you know, or is it strength? He's not training for that endurance. You know, he's power, right? I mean, if you get through the guy real fast. So I only train for like a 3-second hold. I mean, if you watch a million of my videos, and most of my videos is honestly half a second long. I mean, it's just boom, boom, boom. Even if I get in a war, you think it's this long war because it feels like a long war, but it's probably only 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
1001,
Right.
1002, 1003. That's a freaking brutal arm wrestling match.
Yeah. So basically what you're doing with the pad, holding it here, is the
Mhm.
same thing Todd Hutchings is doing with his chain.
Exactly the same thing.
When he gets into his position and
The
that
chain
chain
stops.
that's his concentric hold.
Concentric,
Yeah,
not
it's
isometric.
concentric. So when he's holding
Yep.
that concentric, his chain is stopped.
Now,
When that chain starts to loosen up, that's when the hold is
I
over.
try to tie belts up here and use it as a chain, but to me, this is just so much
It's
easier.
the same
I mean, it's
thing.
very
Yeah.
simple.
Once you start coming off the pad, that's when you let go of your lift.
Yep.
Mhm.
So if you want to try,
Yeah, let's do it.
Go ahead.
So right now we're at about 30 pounds, right?
Yeah. 30
So
pounds.
usually I don't train with a 3-inch handle, so this could be a little interesting for me.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
We can keep going ahead.
Yeah, we can keep moving up, and I don't know. I'm
See
kind
where
of
we're at.
feeling like doing a max out today. I don't
We can put somewhere there.
know.
Here's a. I'll bump it up real quick. I just wanted to get it adjusted here.
Yep. I get that elbow warmed up.
90 pounds, so 45.
Right.
All right, so 45, what I would do here is I would just come across and hold. That's it. I don't keep going. It's just one time.
Yeah.
That's all I do. Kevin's a side pressure king.
Yeah,
There's
right.
that natural look to it, too.
Yeah.
You ain't
Well,
stopping that.
I can tell it looks a lot prettier than mine. This is we're at 120 now, which is 130 on my machine because I have the 10-part thing. This is 65 pounds. We're probably gonna make it look pretty easy, but I'm telling you, right now, I don't even care if a guy can bench press 315 pounds. If he'd never done this lift before and doesn't train for arm wrestling, I don't think he could do 65 pounds. I think we're right now at a part where we're weeding out like weightlifters in the gym.
yeah. I think most normal people would struggle at 65.
100%, yes.
I'm gonna have to try it.
You give it a shot. This is 65 pounds is not. It sounds like a little bit of weight, but I mean, for a 154 pound class, which he can compete in sometimes, like this probably. This is my opinion, guys. I don't hurt no one's feelings. I think this is probably the midline where I think a lot of 154s are maxing out. Yeah. I don't really hit too hard because these exercises for me, like even that little bit of weight, I can feel elbow.
Yeah.
When I went to Devin's house a long time ago, this is probably part of the Tyler's Ivakin thing. He, back then, I don't know if he does now, I haven't seen him do it, does not train side pressure.
Devin.
Does not. I don't know if he does anymore.
It was because he was always getting elbow issues.
Yeah.
I watched the video on it.
Yep, so he does not. So like, and I talked to Paul Lynn not too long ago, maybe a year ago, and he would say he used to train side pressure, but then now he's using like arm wrestling specific for, training with his partners, table time side pressure. But I did just watch a recent video of him promoting his East vs. West match, and I did see him do another side pressure lift. So I don't know if he's doing it again or not. I haven't talked to Paul in a minute. But Todd Hutchings, though, bread and butter.
Oh, every day. Yeah. He was maxing out 2 times a week side pressure.
Wow.
That-
So we're at 65 now, guys.
All right,
This is
65.
not light for the most people. He did it pretty easy.
Kevin ain't most people.
It still feels good.
But he felt it. I can see he felt it.
Yeah, I'm
right?
starting to feel it, but it'll get warmed up. It will.
Now this is a lot of weight now, guys. This is 160, okay? It's 150 plus the thing. It's 80 pounds. Now we're probably, getting close. I'm not elite. Guys, I am not an elite side pressure guy. I would say for my 242 class, I'm probably, I'm above average. I would say there's, we got Todd Hutchings in my freaking class. He's below my class.
Yeah, he's doing like one.
Yeah.
He's maxed out in the 150s.
That's his best ever.
Ever.
He is not there now.
He's not right
He's
there.
around 120 now.
Yeah.
But that's because he's focused on other lifts.
Exactly.
But my point is, I'm strong, but this is not my bread and butter. I'm a back pressure guy, you know. So like when you see me lift here, this is a lot of weight for me, not 80 pounds. I'm going to be able to do it no problem. But we're getting close to my max.
Yeah.
Like I said, some guys show 150. I believe Todd Hutchings, but I ain't believing everybody else. Because I don't see anybody beat Todd side pressure.
No.
So it doesn't make any sense. So what happens when I start to pull more weight is I start to open up, okay? I'm not going to stay as behind my shoulder. But even Todd in his videos does the same thing.
Oh, he does.
I think Kevin can do this. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's going to be freaking hard for him.
It might be. It might be. I know I've gotten over 100 before, but
Have you really?
it's with a 2-inch. So the 3-inch handle is going to make it harder. I know that.
It wasn't super easy, was it?
The start, getting it from dead stop to moving, it's getting harder. Yeah, it's getting harder.
Yeah. Now we're gonna put the whole stack on here, which doesn't sound. It's actually only 90 pounds. So it's 180. So it's 170 plus this is only 90 pounds.
Yeah, this actually feels good. I haven't done this in a while.
So guys, might sound pathetic, but we're 10 pounds away from my current PR. My best ever prior to injury was pretty good, I think. I did 117.5. All right, I don't know why, but all my lifts I'm doing, the one I'm showing you today is where I'm struggling the most. It's strange because I do feel it here, and then I tell you what, especially when I pull up my left, more so than my right. I think my left's been damaged before. You can see how the bicep rises. I think I tore it doing deadlifts when I was 26. This arm's not as strong as this one, but I feel it in my bicep tendon in this arm big time. And I even felt it. I've only been doing this for 3 months, and I even felt it in this bicep tendon. So even though Todd says bicep's not involved, I think there's something to do with the bicep it's holding it there. I know it's not probably the main muscle, but I do think bicep is engaged.
Secondary.
I think there's something going on, yeah. But here's 90 pounds. Now see, 10 pounds more is my max, guys.
10 pounds in arm wrestling lifts, though, can be a world of difference. Because usually in arm wrestling lifts, if we're trying to hit a PR, we might only be moving up 1 pound, 2.5 pounds.
Yeah.
So, you're not going to hit a PR and then try to go up 5 or 10 pounds.
Foolishly, Kevin, I tried that.
Yeah, we all do. But a lot, especially with like side pressure, you're only going to put on a 2.5 most of the time to add up your PR. Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll go for a PR today.
Let's do it.
I just do an extra 2 pounds.
Yeah, I'm always down for a PR.
Oh, he's strong. He's strong.
No, I'm not going to lie, guys. I am impressed. Okay, I honestly didn't think that a guy his frame and size could do that much weight. Especially two reasons why. One, he's at my house. This is not his comfort zone.
Right.
Two, he's using a 3-inch wrist wrench he's not comfortable with. So let me tell you, if he got used to this handle, he'd be even stronger. So number three is my feelings are getting hurt a little bit.
Now, if we move away from side pressure and go to a back pressure lift, though, I don't even want a part of that.
If he freaking outdoes me, this video is not
None
getting
of
posted.
this stuff is coming out.
All right, so here's my unique thing. This is why I built this. Okay?
All right.
I'm going for a freaking PR right now.
So he's obviously the whole stack. We have to add more weight somehow.
Here's a 20-pound dumbbell, okay, guys? It goes to go on here. This is my current PR. This is 170 plus 10, 180 plus. This is 200 pounds. This is a 200 pounds, which is only 100 pounds, guys. I usually
Dave, why is it? Explain one more time. Why is it only 100 pounds?
because it's double pulley. Yep.
Double pulley.
Yep.
Show me with your. Show me
There's a
what you're.
pulley here, double pulley here, comes down to a pulley here. Somehow, if we added more pulleys, it would be even lighter.
Okay.
Like if we back in the old days, they wanted to pick something up, they made a system. I don't know how it works, but this is Todd Hutchings stuff, engineering.
Yeah.
Well, it makes it easier to do. But anyways, guys, I usually try to do more than a little 2-pound PR, but I just want a PR because this is where I'm freaking video.
Go.
All right, so here we go. This is a 5-pound magnet. Remember, we cut it in half. So I can put it here if I want, which I'm going to, but usually these are things I stick to my weights.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yep. But we're going to put it here so it's balancing out this. 102.5. Nothing exciting. 2 pounds more PR. That'll put me, if I can do this, I'll be 15 pounds away from my best ever. Because it was 117.5. Okay.
All right.
And we did arm wrestle first.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Need some chalk?
Yeah, I'm a little more chalk. All right. Can the old man do it?
Let's see.
If I can't do it and Kevin does, this video is not getting posted. I'm just kidding. He can post it.
He will post it.
Oh, there's not a doubt in my mind.
Outside pressure, Dave Shay.
And it's at a 258 pound Dave Shay. Not even 242.
Yep.
Got it.
New PR.
All right.
I'm not super excited, but I am happy. I did go up, right?
Right. I'm a little bit intimidated now.
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, it's almost like a
I
little.
feel like this is being slid up and slide this back. And I noticed when you more than me, it was raising. I'm gonna put a weight over here.
Okay. Yeah. Whew. Getting a little intimidated, Clint. It's like a
I
little.
feel like when he was doing it, I noticed the machine was tilting back. Putting this down the ground will help stabilize the
All right.
platform.
Yeah, I might have to put my foot up on the. Get a little extra.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the weight?
102.5 with a 3-inch wrist wrench.
This might be tough.
It is tough.
I don't want to turn it into a press though.
Gotta be safe.
It's got to be side pressure. Yeah. Oh shit! I feel like I got it.
Holy shit! What the hell? Oh my god!
Fuck yeah.
Okay, guys, we're going up,
Oh.
bastard. All right, I didn't want to do this today, but
Change of plans.
Uh-oh.
I'm doing more than this freaking guy. Okay, I don't care if He's 173 pounds. This ain't right.
Just don't hurt your arm, Dave.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do this if I didn't think it was possible, because I think the last lift went pretty good. The 102
Oh yeah,
for
you
me.
got that up.
So I really believe that I can put another 2.5 on there. But it ain't 2.5, I'm putting another 5, which is going to look like this. All right. Here's a 10-pound dumbbell, guys, that I'm adding to my creation, which no one's probably seen anything like this before. My own creation I set up. I had a buddy of mine cut that bar and make that for me.
Where'd that magnet go that you had on there?
I'm not using it because it was a 5-pound magnet. I took the 5 pounds off. I put 10 pounds on.
All right.
So now we're at 210. Cut that in half. We're at 105. So if I get this, I'm only 12 pounds away from my max. And
Nice.
that's only what.
How's the elbow feeling?
I did feel pretty good in the last lift.
I got a little tenderness in there.
You got. See what happened to Kevin? Why you feel his tenderness? Is he did a red line, and he pushed, and the weight stayed. So he actually, our tendons in our elbow is kind of like a rubber band, right? So instead of coming with the rubber band, he stretched his rubber band.
Yeah.
And that is the eccentric that Todd Hutchings is talking about. He went backwards. That's what's causing the soreness. As long as we focus on concentric, then we're staying out of the soreness. So no, I do not want to fail here. I do not want to end up in eccentric. I get psyched out.
You don't use smelling salts or anything?
I have my fiance down here. Come on, Dave!
She'd be bumping you up.
We need to bring her down.
Yeah, well, usually I got some 80s music or something playing.
Yeah.
I think I got this.
You got it.
Come on, Dave.
Go. Move it, Dave. Move it.
There was some eccentric though.
Oh, yeah.
That was probably, if I could do any more, it's probably only 1 or 2 more pounds. So I was really redlining on that one. Well, new PR again, guys.
That's it.
2 PRs in one day. I'm at 105 now. It's not bad. I think that that's above average for 242 weight class. Dude's a freak. I mean, what was you number one before? It's 154.
At one point, I was number 1 at 154.
That's
in the country.
No, that's North America.
North
that was
America.
in the hook.
Yeah. Yep.
In the hook. So this is not no average Joe here, guys. He won the Ardo Classics. I was there. I watched him. I got a picture with him that day. My hero, you know.
Oh.
But it's a bad dude. 100 pounds of side pressure. He weighed in today at my house at 173. It's incredible, guys, with a 3-inch wrist wrench. I was totally impressed.
Yeah. So, do you have anything in between the 5 and the 10, or like, do you have a 7.5?
For sure. I got all kinds of little things.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know.
Here's the 5 he had on.
All right.
Okay. Here is a 2.5 pounder.
All right, so we got 7.5 pounds here.
7.5 pounds. These are other things too that can stick on there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So this would put him at what you do last time. What was the actual number?
Was it 102.5? I think.
No, you had you did 100 pounds of side pressure.
100 pounds.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you had just this on there, right?
That and the 5, I think.
Oh, you did the 5?
I thought I had the 5. Yep.
Oh, you did the 5.
Yeah.
Oh wow, 102.5. This is just a little bit more. This is another 2.5 pounds would equal another 1.5 pounds. So that would put him at 103, 104 pounds.
104.
No.
103 and a half.
103.5. And I did 105, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So 103.5, guys. Wow, man. I thought he was done.
I don't know if I could get that with the 10 on the other side, but we'll see. We'll see how this one goes up.
on, Cad. You got it. Push it.
Oh my Lord! Oh my gosh! That looked painful. No, that's redlining, guys.
Yeah, it is.
That's redlining.
This is not something I'd be doing every week, probably.
Now, let me ask you a question, though. Like, this is how I train one of my side pressure lifts, okay? Is this similar to what you would do, or is it different?
This is exactly how I would do it.
Because I do believe this is what Todd Hutchings does.
Yep.
Now, I do another side pressure lift, which is kind of strange because I'm equally as strong. My strength is exactly the same on this next side pressure lift.
All right.
Shake it out.
Well, it wouldn't be equally now because I mean I fatigue.
Yeah, we just pee
If
off.
I do PRs, like I choose one, I do a wrist wrench PR or I do my pronation PR. This is a pronation side pressure.
So, like Todd says, you want to pick between like 4 and 8 lifts that you want to PR on. How many are you doing right now?
I'm doing wrist wrench PR, side pressure.
Yep.
And I do a pronation side pressure PR.
Okay.
Those are the only 2 side pressure exercises I do.
And then the rest are all back.
Now I do a lat drag pressure. I do a PR. I do a wrist wrench PR. I do a brachialis rising PR, and I do a pronation side, which we're doing here. I do another pronation back PR, and those are all my PR lifts.
Okay.
So I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lifts.
And you're rotating those every week. Are you hitting the PR every week on a different lift? Or
I hit PRs twice a week.
twice a week. Okay.
But I do believe until today, I believe that I was redlining. I feel like my body needed a break because I've been doing it for a minute. I've been back for like 3 months. I felt my PR last week. My PR on my drag, I hit it, but it wasn't as good. And then my wrist wrench went down. So I was actually going to this week deload. Instead of going for any PRs at all, I wasn't going to go for any PRs. I was just going to just do a weight where I felt comfortable, and then give it a week of just deloading, and then go back the following week and go back to PRs.
Right.
I got to be more conscious. I was always thinking push, but I've been doing a lot of research, and there's some kind of theories about deloading. Like, if you're feeling you're hitting a plateau, and your numbers are going down or staying the same, you got to just do something different. Maybe it's back off a little bit, and I think that's what I got to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hit a new PR today, which I got to record. It's not. I'm not being mean, but I'm not excited about my PR. I did 105. I'm excited because it's a PR for me now, but I won't be excited until I hit 117.5.
Back to where you were.
Which I said I think this is my biggest weak spot, and I think I'll have that in July, which is I think I will. And then once I hit this, all my lifts will be as good or better than before.
That's awesome.
So this is the only thing that I'm lacking on.
All right.
This exercise I've never done before. This is a Todd. I say his name a freaking lot for a guy.
Hey, he's the man.
This is another Todd Hutchings inspired lift. I used to do a lot of weird stuff. I don't think it's weird, but I used to do a lot of wrapping around and all these kind of things. And Todd Hutchings don't do that shit.
He just grabs it.
Grabs the freaking thing and he just goes sideways. He just says 2 rules. Go sideways and get stronger. That's what he says, right? Yeah. So I no longer rap. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's that important. I'm doing fine without it. But I don't think we got to do the whole training for this one. I just want to show. Yeah. We can go on to something. You want to show me or anything next?
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to try it at least once. I've seen Todd do this.
So here I feel like I remember when I did this. See, I'm starting. I want to grab it more here, and it's taking me too far outside.
Right. You want to be.
So I make the chain a little bigger.
Yep.
My daughter likes to make belts out of my chains. She thinks it's pretty cool, and she swung it around. She almost hit my mirror, though. I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, so the reason you're doing this is because he doesn't want to start his lift in a negative position.
Nope.
He wants to start where he would start in an arm wrestling match and go offensive from there.
Now, I don't just go straight side.
Okay.
because remember, we're coming down to here.
Yeah.
So I think Todd goes straight side.
Mhm.
Remember I said before, I kind of like take people's lifts and make them my own.
Yeah.
I pronate.
Mhm.
So I start here. I don't touch the pad either. And see, like you said, like an arm wrestle position, even though my the pad would be here, but it doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm just, my whole point is going sideways strong with pronation.
Yep.
So I pronate and I touch like that.
Gotcha.
See, I'm not just going here because when I arm wrestle, I don't want to take their hand like that, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm going to roll. I'm not just going to go like this, even though, like you said earlier, maybe I need that.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yep. Because like he said earlier, when I get my cup established, my side pressure feels very strong. And maybe I'd be stronger if I could do both. You like it?
I do. I like this lift. This is definitely one I need to start doing more.
Well, like I said, I'm equally strong. Equally strong.
Right. So if you didn't just max out on that,
I could
last
probably
lift,
do
you would-
105.
You'd be doing over 100 now.
Yes, I did. Last time I done this lift, I did do 100 pounds.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that's normal to be equally as strong, but
Well, I would say this is a lot harder lift.
But for me, it's the
so,
same.
Yeah. Yeah.
because they can even put on like a little more. Like this is going back to that 154 number where I said with the wrist wrench. I think a lot of guys at the 154 class, this would be their max, except for freaks like him. But this is 130, so it's 65 pounds.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you can see how the difference between this would be and another one.
Oh yeah.
So like for me, it's the same. So it's not that hard for me. If anything, it felt easier.
Right.
But I'm also
Probably
fully
because you're adding the pronation in with it, right?
maybe for me.
Yeah.
And cup.
Yep.
Cup too.
Yeah, you're starting here.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
seeing on my strength now
Yep.
is surpassing his and something.
Yeah, because what happened,
He's
you're
not,
seeing
he's not even taking his wrist.
Yep.
He had a hard time pronating.
keeping it. And even that happens with Todd Hutchings. When you see him do this lift,
See, not me.
sometimes he's just pulling it like this.
Same as my buddy. What's his name? J Rob. Same thing.
Yep. Yeah, he'll pull it kind of supinated.
So like here, this is pretty freaking heavy, right? This is 160. This is 80 pounds. This is just an example of how my pronation. I think I had pretty good pronation with side pressure. My wrist is strong.
Yeah, that's a good combo. There. Yep.
See, that's if you want to try, that's a lot of
Yeah,
weight.
I mean, I already know my pronation's probably going to give. I'm just
That's-
going to end up pulling it.
That's 80 pounds, guys.
I'm just going to be pulling it with straight side pressure, I'm sure.
Yep, lost your pronation.
Yep. That's tough. That's
Yep.
a tough lift.
And like I said, I can keep going if I want to. I mean, should I do 90 or should I go on to the next exercise?
Up to you. Hey, you hit one PR today. I don't know if you want to save it
I
or
want to save it for something
let's
else.
save it. Let's save
Well, you
it.
can see that was 80 and it wasn't very hard. If I did this first, they're equal. I could do 105. My guess would be now because I did 100.
Mhm.
And it's not. Yeah, my wrist is not usually the weakest link.
No.
You know. And going back to another, keep mentioning these names. This is where I think that comes into play. As you can see, when we did table time, like I was able to have my way with Kevin a little bit, not being mean, but I could.
No, yeah.
And it really comes down to what Devin talks about. I remember one video I watched him talk about a long time ago where he said that arm wrestling is like it's like a tip of an axe. So he's like, it doesn't matter how hard or how long or how strong that freaking the wooden handle is. When you hit that wax in the floor, it's how big, how heavy, and how sharp that handle is. So when you arm wrestle, this is your main tool. This is your freaking sharp. This is your sharp axe.
Yeah.
This is where it cuts through. So your hand is number one.
Yeah.
It really is. So like our side pressure is close, but since I could cup and pronate, I was able to take Kevin out of his power when we pulled. Not that I'm so much stronger. And he even said he thought my side pressure felt amazing.
Yeah.
And I even told him in the video, it's not my side
Right.
pressure. It was
But
my
it
cup.
was strong because of your hand.
Yes.
Yep.
So the spear, guys, that's what matters.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, actually.
Good stuff. Good stuff, guys.
Yep.
Well, what do you got next for us, Dave?
You want to show me something new, or I can show you one exercise that I'm very strong at.
All right.
New PR that I've done, and this is something that I think, maybe I'm wrong, but I think I'm going to be a lot stronger than Kevin at.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's a back pressure lift.
I consider it like a lat drag.
Okay.
And we do it on this.
Gotcha.
That's pretty freaking strong, guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't think he could do 150.
I couldn't get the full
Yep.
contraction.
But still, badass.
Yeah.
I mean, you moved it,
Yeah.
which that's more than I thought he could do.